Hello there everybody, this is CwapTheNintendin here, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Return of the Jedi. So, last time, we went further into Jabba's palace, and we defeated the Rancor. So now we're captured on the sail barge, and now we're commencing attack on the sail barge. With Han Solo, of course, and as you'll probably notice, I have switched back to Bandicam. Because, well, needless to say, we're coming up on a bit of a Mode 7 sequence coming up in this video, and I don't want Fraps to be all like, this is gonna require this much memory to do it. Yeah. So, I'm using Bandicam for the time being if we're not in a Mode 7, if we're not gonna be getting into a Mode 7 sequence. Or rather, if we're gonna be getting into a Mode 7 sequence, because, let me tell you, the Mode 7 sequences cost a lot of memory, I'll tell you. So, effectively, I'll be switching between, like, recording softwares. God damn it. I'll be switching between recording softwares pretty much most of the time. Well, it's only for the Mode 7 sequences. I actually decided this, like, this is like days after Part 2 was recorded, by the way. Interestingly, this is the, same day, same night as I had my successful attempt at Part 2 of Twilight Princess. Fun facts, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, I'm doing a Mode 7 sequence, so, yeah. Or rather, not doing a Mode 7 sequence. I'm only using Bandicam for a Mode 7 sequence. But anyway, we got this particular level, which contains one of my favorite songs from both the movie and the actual game itself. I freaking love this song. It's basically the song that happens during the actual event in the movie where the attack of the sail barge happens. And such. And as such, this track is fitting of sorts. Yeah. And by the way, I hate this part, by the way, because that part right there, you can't possibly escape those spikes. Because those spikes will hurt you no matter what happens. No matter what happens. Yeah, you'll always get hit when that happens. Keep saying that. I should probably stop repeating myself. Yeah, anyway, you want to watch out for those rotating guns right there, because those guns hurt. And they can hurt as well. Because they shoot out all those things that you probably won't avoid, but you probably want to avoid, and you must avoid. Ow. Like that, especially if you're at low health, because if you're at low health, you could potentially die. Yeah, or rather, you will die. But thankfully, every time you die here, there's always, like, a freaking bunch of bombs here, so you don't have to worry about bomb amounts when you're running out, at the very least. Yeah. Because having grenades on you is always good, and I keep on calling them grenades when clearly they should be bombs, and that should have a rotating gun there, by the way. Emulation, or just how the game works. Repeating commentary is repeating. Anyway, for these guys, you'll want to push them back with the blaster, because you want to push them back with the blaster, quite obviously, because they will annoy the hell out of you if you're not too particularly careful, like I was just now. Good lord, how many times am I gonna die on that, right? Am I right, guys? Well, fortunately, we have as many bomb refills as we want because of that. And I should probably be more careful now, because I'm potentially gonna get another game over here, thus having me using another continue. But thankfully, using continues are pretty much a good thing. And hey, I got a shield upgrade, nice. Or rather, the shield's nice. So now I can just easily bruise along these enemies like it ain't no thing. Or rather, I can as long as my shields hold up. And hey, look at that, another shield. The game is forgiving me once again. And another health sword, good lord. How many of these things of lucky stuff am I gonna have? Jeez. Well, I better not jinx it, because I better not jinx it. One thing I find particularly funny about this music track, by the way, is that as the track goes on, the trumpet that goes duh, 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 will come in later and later and later until it eventually, like, decides to screw everything over. Yeah. That's actually something. Anyway, thankfully we got a load of coins here. So, if you're ever in need of an extra life, well, here you go. I'm gonna do my hardest to get every possible coin that I can, because for this particular part of the game, I'm pretty much in debt of, like, lives or whatever. I know this because I practiced. Anyway, these bunch of enemies are going to be coming from the high wires of sorts, and thermal detonators are your essential for this particular portion only, because thermal detonators are obviously very, very good to have. Anyway, by staying on the top path, you could potentially get more coins like that, and you'll want to watch out for those guys, because I really, really hope I don't freaking die because of that. Thank God. Anyway, we got the boss coming up next, which is actually one of the more cooler designed bosses of the game. This is the Skiff Guard. The Skiff Guard is based on a rejected design for the rank card, according to the game trailer's retrospective of Star Wars. Yeah, I watched those. What of it? Anyway, this guy's gonna have, like, a ball and chain attack here. All you really have to do is to just avoid that attack by jumping in at the right time. So, by jumping in at the right time... Ah, man, I almost had it! I almost had it! Good lord. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back to the boss fight. And I didn't get hit from that, because I had shields. And I actually got an extra life while I was heading back here because of all those coins. Which is pretty awesome. Anyway, I'm just gonna take care of the Skiff Guard with the bombs, because they're much faster and easier to use. Plus I'm at a pretty decent amount of health, so I can pretty much take care of that. And there we go. The Skiff Guard goes down. Hooray! So now here's the level that pretty much has Star Wars nerds jerking off, because I'm gonna play as Leia with the R2-D2 sound effect. And wouldn't you know it, she's in the legendary metal bikini, of course. Because like I said before, Leia actually changes outfits depending on the level. In this one, she's in the legendary metal bikini that Jabba gives her when she's captured. In the first two levels, she's the bounty hunter Bausch and such. And in the later levels, she is, well, spoiler alert. I will actually show that off. Well, actually I'll show that off in the level first, and if I die, then, well, screw Leia then. Anyway, Leia in the metal bikini has this whip attack, which is helpful, I suppose. It's not really too much of a ranged attack. Like I said before, I'd rather play as anyone with a blaster or a lightsaber. But anyway, over here is a bit of a secret. If you actually go over here, we have extra lives up the wazoo, we got a thermal detonator, and a health sword. If you're playing as anyone with a blaster, aka Han and Chewie, you could potentially get blaster power-ups, so that is really, really good to have. Yeah. I actually didn't remember to go there, actually, on my last playthrough. I forgot to go there on my last playthrough, so... yeah. Anyway, I'd rather just double jump out of the way, because these guys are pretty much gonna be our bane of our existence. Our bane of our existence. The bane of our existence. Anyway, this particular part right here, where we're going up and down, we want to watch out, because we have those things that just appear briefly. That electrical thing right there. If you don't have a shield on you, this part can be hell, because you have to dodge out of the way of those electrical things that shock you. So, that could potentially be very, very awkward. Anyway, I gotta do a recording skip, so hang on a second. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with more stuff happening in the level. Ah! Frog! Surprise frog coming from above! Anyway, this is pretty much our final stretch of the level, so no need to worry about this. Unless I die, of course, which I have a spin attack. What the heck am I doing? What the heck am I doing not using the spin attack? Jesus Christ. And I forgot I completely had this. I completely forgot I had this thing. Jeez. But we're coming up on the boss anyway, so... yeah. And I guess it's probably fitting for Leia to deal with this particular boss. Hey, it's a Max Rebo band, nice. It's supposedly fitting for Leia to take care of this boss, because this boss is... it's Jabba. We get to kill him by whipping him, of course, and not choking him. Anyway, what Jabba's going to do here is he's basically going to move basically back and forth on his little dais type thing. And what we're going to want to do is we're going to have to spin attack like that. If you're playing as Han or Chewie, you can pretty much just stay all the way to the left and just basically shoot Jabba to hell and back. You also want to watch out for Jabba's tail attack, because that could potentially be very dangerous for you. If you're running out of room to use the spin attack, make sure you move to the left right away. Because yeah, that could potentially happen. I'm almost dead. I'm almost dead as Leia. I need to kill Jabba as Leia because it's essential to the plot. It's part of her character to kill Jabba. It's not part of her character to, like, be an Amidala. Ow. As soon as I say Amidala, I die. Of course. But you know what? Han's been itching to kill Jabba for quite a while since he captured him and all, so I suppose it's fitting. I suppose it's much more fitting to do it this way. After all, he discovered that Jabba's evil. So, again, we're pretty much gonna take him out with bombs. If you're playing as Han, though, if you're gonna use bombs, make sure those miniature fogs are out of the way. Just make sure the miniature fogs are out of the way before taking care of Jabba here. So come on, Jabba, die, please die. Die in a cooler way than you did in the movie. Explosion! Die by way of explosions. You can actually go down here to get the health power-ups and stuff. It's actually pretty funny how you can do that. I always do that every single playthrough I do, but anyway. Luke, Han, and Chewie and Leia race to the Forest Moon on Endor to destroy the shield generator that protects the new Death Star. There is also something about finding out that Leia is Luke's sister and a great Jedi Master dying and whatever, but we decided not to show that because SNES. Night falls on the Forest Moon of Endor, and I had to admit, this is actually a pretty cool shot. I always like that shot of the Death Star 2 and the shield generator of Endor. It's a pretty good shot. Luke, we must stop those scout spiders, bleh, before they can warn the Empire that we're here. Okay, so we're heading into another level, and I'm gonna play as Leia, because why not? It doesn't really matter what character you choose for this particular level right here, because we got a Mode 7 sequence. This is that Mode 7 sequence I was talking about, and the reason why I want to use Bandicam instead of Fraps. Anyway, for this level, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to shoot these stormtroopers. We're going to want to shoot 15 scouts in order to complete the level here. Hazards include watching out for trees, the scouts, of course, and above all, those bushes. If you somehow decide to be an idiot and go completely down, you will get hit by those bushes. Unless you want to get yourself a health power. Another way you could potentially get rid of the scouts quicker, is by ramming into them. It may cost some health, but it's more of a trade-off, I guess. It's a bit of a trade-off for dealing with them. Let's see. Come on, dude. Come on. No, you're not gonna kick my ass today. No, sir. You're not gonna be kicking of my ass today. Alright. Die. Haha. I always preferred this method of killing the scouts. Yeah. By the way, if you do somehow go all the way to the left here, you will get hurt by these trees right here. Yeah, I'm not joking. You can actually get hurt by the western scenery. Come on, scout, die! Jeez. That's something that can actually happen, is by somehow the scouts gain invincibility for some reason. I have no idea why that is. And don't think it's an emulator thing, though, too. It actually happens on an actual SNES card. If you're playing on an actual SNES card, though. Yeah. Because that can happen. Okay, so we got 4 more scouts to go. 4 more stormtroopers to go. Now we got 3 more. Jeez. I'm actually doing rather decent. Yeah. And by the way, I always like the Song of Endor. It's the one they used in the Battle of Endor, but you know, it still seems rather fitting as the theme of Endor, I guess. Anyway, come on, one more to deal with. Come on, there we go. And we all know what that is. We all know what that freaking is. Of course, this isn't the actual trumpet in the movie, but we all know what that is. Well, if you watch the movie, sure, but assuming you don't, this. This. The Empire is approaching. We need your help to stop them. Yeah, this is basically where Leia meets Wicket the Ewok. The Ewoks being the species of Endor. Yeah. So the rebels pretty much ask the Ewoks to help them defeat the Empire, so yeah. But we're going to be taking control of Wicket the Ewok, which is, well, the main Ewok of the movie. We are going to take control of Wicket next time. So, next time on Let's Play Super Return of the Jedi, we are going to travel through the Ewok village. And we're going to see what happens next. So, see you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.